And here it is, Warlord Games Bolt Action SD.KFZ 250 ALTE half track. It has the options to make the 251, 253, or the 250-10 variants. This is a great way to add half track to your early war Germans, whether it's North Africa or Europe. So I'm going to turn this around. In this kit, obviously you're going to get the model kit. The neat thing about this is it does have a figure that will represent Field Marshal Rommel, so that is also a wonderful thing to have. You'll have your cards, your smoke and fire markers, as well as decals. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside the kit. You're going to get your baggie of cards. This was packed by Cosmina, so thank you, Cosmina. You also get your decals in here. We'll take a closer look at that later. Your smoke flame markers. The bases are plastic. Sometimes you get them in MDF. This is your full color build guide. We'll take a closer look at that. Your baggie with the half track. We'll also take a closer look at that. And then the unique portion of this kit is the command sprue, or the figure sprue, which has Rommel, other things that you can add to your half track. We'll take a closer look at that in a little bit. All right, so here's your build guide. You have a little bit of information on the SD.KFZ 250, 1, 3, and 10 variants. Basically the stats, a little bit of the history, and then obviously your build guide. You have great pictures, great images of the sprues, as well as the sprue with the crew and Rommel. And then the instructions on how to assemble it seem pretty standard and easy to follow. I'll just flip through it real quick. I do like that in this kit they do have some colored portions to show you certain items that would be assembled in the kit. This is somewhat new compared to some of the older kits in the line. And here's Rommel himself right there. And then obviously you have some crew. You also have the tropical and winter uniform. So this is actually a really nice kit that you can use you know, at any point in the early to mid-war period. Your color guide using, I would assume, Vallejo colors or Army Painter possibly. And there you go. Here's a closer look at the crew sprue, as well as other items that you're going to place on your 250 half track. We'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, on the other side, I think this is your Rommel figure right here. And again, the sprue. All right, the main chassis of the 250 half track. Here's the body, all the other components here. And then on the second sprue, you have your wheels, your half tracks, as well as some crew here. What I do like about this kit is that you have a lot of crew options, because obviously there are 3 different variants that you can build, as well as for different theaters. You will have extra crew available that you can use for other kits. A closer look at the decals. All right, and then the cards. Here's the command vehicle, point totals, and then all eras of the war. On the other side, it's stats. Okay. And then on the other cards, on the second card, this is the 253. The other was the 250-10. The other side. All right. And then finally, the 251. And then on the other side. All right. All right, here it is, the SD.KFZ 250. I made the 1 variant, as you can see here. I'm gonna move this around just a little bit. As you can see, I have 2 crew members in here, the gunner, and then a guy with binoculars. It's a little bit of a snug fit. I think in the rules, it says that this can transport 5, so a squad of 5 in there. Realistically, I don't know how that works out. There is a pintle-mounted machine gun in the back, MG34. Gunner is an MG34 gunner as well. As you can see, all primed up and ready to paint. So, I also wanted to compare the size of this with the 251-10 that I have. As you can see, the 250 is maybe 2/3 the size. Of course, this is closer to mid and late war, whereas this is an early war variant. Although, I guess based on the box, these were used throughout the entire war. Obviously, this is North Africa, or at least the paint for North Africa. And yeah, so not a bad build, pretty simple to put together. As with all Warlord models that are of Italy origin, got a lot of fiddly bits that makes it a little bit difficult, but if you just work patiently at it, it'll come together just fine. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new unboxings coming out of the channel. And then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about Bolt Action and any other game that I cover on the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Bolt Action unboxings from Wargaming Noob Historical.